Riot nerfed Zeri into the ground. Or at least that's what I thought when they removed the combo with Zeri's Q and the item Sheen. But then the rank 1 player just grabs a Statikk Shiv and does this. To clarify, the rank 1 player did not invent Statikk Shiv Zeri, as many other people are using it too. However, the build is just brilliant, and the rank 1 Zeri is of course a clear cut above the others in terms of skill, sporting an impressive 76% win rate and high elo. And now I will give you a nice and concise overview on the rank 1 Zeri's playstyle, so you can see exactly what he does. As shown in the intro clip, teamfighting is one of Zeri's biggest strengths. Her late game scaling and teamfight impact is just absurd, even when compared to other hyper carries. But the rank 1 player is not merely taking advantage of this. No, they are pushing Zeri's teamfighting to its absolute limits. In all honesty, I've never seen such aggressive positioning. It is unironically hard to tell whether these moves are all calculated, or if luck plays a significant role here as well. However, there are scenes in which it becomes obvious that this aggression is actually calculated, and the rank 1 player's consistent results support that idea too. It almost looks like Zeri would be frontlining for no reason, but when you look closely, you can clearly see that she is in fact always just behind an allied unit that will body block enemy skill shots for her. This allows you to be deceptively safe while still pressuring with your massive Q damage. The results? Maximum impact on the outcome of your game. And deceptively safe is really the key word here. We are still talking about Zeri. As long as she doesn't waste her defensive cooldowns, Zeri can recklessly take fights where other marksmen would just perish. Especially in choke points, Zeri always has her get out of jail for free card when things get too messy. Or in other words, the rank 1 player is using Zeri's phenomenal kiting and mobility to bait people and then outplay them. If you can anticipate opposing skill shots and they don't hit you by surprise, you will be able to dodge them on reaction. It can get quite tough in the heat of the moment, but mastering this skill will turn games around like nothing else. But it's not all about outplays. When Zeri reaches her godlike late game state, the rank 1 player uses her almost like an assassin. Zeri's mobility is not just a defensive tool, but can also be used to great effect for offensive plays. The only important thing here is to not get the two mixed up. Many Zeri players think they could dash in for a kill, only to get baited themselves, costing them many games that could have been won. But this is what sets the rank 1 player further apart. The decision making is just too clean. However, you don't have to wait for the super late game to start making plays. Sure, Zeri scales extremely well, but the most important power spike is actually level 6. As soon as you get access to your ultimate, the enemy must respect your damage potential, similar to that of Vayne's level 6 power spike. This makes for a strong surprise factor as well. Before 6, you will play a rather passive lane phase, but then catch the enemy off guard with your sudden post-6 aggression. However, it is true that your early laning is quite vulnerable, which is also the reason for the rank 1 player's rune choices. The pages Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Legend Alacrity and Cutdown, with Taste of Blood and Treasure Hunter secondary. Especially Taste of Blood goes a long way for Zeri. Her range has recently got nerfed as well, making her even more punishable in lane than she already was. With the enormous early game power of Taste of Blood though, you should do fine even in bad matchups. Alacrity and Triumph are also more early game focused, making it more likely you come out ahead when a 2v2 fight in lane would be unavoidable. The only late game rune Zeri really needs is Lethal Tempo, as the rune works just perfectly with Zeri's game plan of sticking to people over the course of extended fights. However, there is one thing no rune page in the world could fix, and that is Zeri's problem with body blocking. If there are enemy minions nearby, the opponent can just dodge all your damage by hiding behind the wave. But this is where the new item build comes into play. Once you complete Statikk Shiv, your wave clear goes from tedious to absolutely insane. This is the second big power spike, the other one being your level 6 spike. From there, the rank 1 player fully commits to a crit build, the next item being Phantom Dancer. Its movement speed makes sticking to your target for lethal tempo and ult stacks even easier, but I wouldn't be surprised if this item gets eventually replaced by Hurricane. Let's be real, Shiv is getting a nerf soon, and when that happens, the extra wave clear from Hurricane might be needed. Afterwards, you continue with the raw damage from Infinity Edge before rounding out the build with Shield Bow and Lord Dominik's Regards. Yes, Lifesteal comes rather late, the other items however are just too good to delay. But you have two options now. You either jump into your next game right away, or you have a look at the full rank 1 Zeri analysis by clicking the link on your screen right there.